So firstly, good afternoon everybody, and we're here to talk about the very tragic events in Hounslow last night. I'm going to introduce, also with me is Deputy Commissioner Jonathan Smith with the London Fire Brigade. At 10:30 p.m. last night, officers and colleagues from the London Fire Brigade and the London Ambulance Service and ourselves were called to a fire at a residential home in Channel Close, Hounslow. Despite the life-saving efforts of all those attending, I'm very sorry to inform you all that 5 people have lost their lives in this fire. Sadly, we believe that 3 of those who have died were children, and there is at least one other person, an adult, who remains unaccounted for. This is truly a terrible incident. The loss of so many lives will cause unimaginable distress to the family and friends and the communities of all those involved. I want to express my sincere condolences on behalf of myself and the wider Metropolitan Police Service. I know that people across the country will be shocked and saddened by this terrible event last night. Now everyone will want to know why this tragedy occurred, and we will be working tirelessly with our colleagues in the London Fire Brigade to find those answers. Now at this time, we have an open mind as to the cause of the fire, and I would ask people not to add to that uncertainty by speculating. We are receiving advice from specialist officers who are experienced with major investigations, and this is to ensure that every strand of evidence is gathered and reviewed. The forensic examination will be meticulous, and I ask people to be patient whilst we conduct these inquiries. Anyone with information should call police on 101 or contact Crime Stoppers, who are completely anonymous. There will be extra officers patrolling to provide support at a time when our communities will be overwhelmed with the sadness, and they will no doubt have concerns at such a tragic loss. Thank you very much. As I said, we have, as I mentioned earlier, we are keeping an open mind, and we have specialist officers who are investigating to establish exactly what the cause of the fire is.
To avoid any more speculation, can you rule out that fireworks had nothing to do with the cause of this?
So I will, at this stage, this is being investigated both by ourselves and specialist fire officers. I am not ruling anything out. I don't think we are in a position to do that. We keep an open mind. It is such an early stage, and there is an awful lot of work to be done.
It was Diwali this weekend, and as part of the celebrations, people do have candles that they light inside their homes. Could you say anything about that with just keeping an open mind about that as well?
Just to add what Sean's saying there, so at the moment this is subject to a significant investigation with the London Fire Brigade and the Metropolitan Police. At the moment we're keeping a very open mind in terms of the cause of the fire, and we're making sure that we go through very forensically any evidence that is currently at the scene, but at the moment I'm afraid, as Sean's already articulated, we're unable to confirm the
Could you give us the ages of the children?
At this time I'm not able to give the ages, but when I'm in a position to give the ages I'll be happy to do so.
We heard about one person being unaccounted for. What can you tell us about that?
Well, we know that one person is an adult, but at that stage we are still trying to account for that person.
And what about the
in
situation
terms of
of
the condition-
firefighters facing this blaze?
So the firefighters who arrived on scene faced a significant blaze on the ground floor and the first floor. We deployed 10 fire engines and over 70 firefighters to the scene of operations. We deployed breathing apparatus crews into the building to fight the fire, and it was brought under control by 1:20 a.m. The first fire appliance was on the scene within 5 minutes of mobilisation. Tragically, as Sean has already articulated, when the breathing apparatus crews entered the property, they discovered 5 persons who have sadly been pronounced dead at the scene. just to add the thoughts of the London Fire Commissioner, everyone within the London Fire Brigade, to the friends